Yeah, good to see everybody. Appreciate everybody being here. Good practice, been a really good week. I really appreciate Tottenham, the Hotspurs, and all the people here from security right on through to Coach Ange and everybody else. It's just been outstanding, so we are grateful. And we're ready to play. We're pointing towards Sunday. All eyes on the game, and we're looking forward to it. So what questions do you have?
How do you, now that you've been here, seems like pretty much a full, 5 days now, time adjusted, how do you think you and the rest of the players kind of feel?
Well, I gauge it by me. You know, if I feel good, they feel good, right? That's how I feel. I think we're all kind of on the same deal. So I feel great, got good rest, and guys are in good spirits. Really picked up yesterday and carried over to today, so we're in a good place.
Hey, Coach. Yesterday you had the interaction with the coach, Ange Postecoglou. How was that interaction, sharing ideas with a coach in soccer?
Yeah, it's awesome, but I feel like it's interesting. You know, you talk about the world of sport. You know, it's a big world out there, yet the world of sport is kind of a small community, and we're talking about coaching and players and how the staffs are organized, maybe, and how you relate to your guys and the different nuances of it. Yet it's still the same thing. It's still coaching and mentoring, maybe, and game planning and all the kind of challenges in family. We talked about family quite a bit. He's got young kids and talking about his family moving around. The last 15 years they've done a lot of moving around. So that was really interesting to hear about. So, yeah, I'm going to be a fan of those guys now.
John, you guys obviously moved indoors today. Was that just because of all the rain yesterday? What was the thought behind it?
Yeah, it was both. I mean, it was supposed to kind of rain today anyway, and it did. Then it got nice, of course. So, nice job, Chad. Very smooth. That's our Chad Steele, everybody. He actually does a great job. But then we decided to do it as a walkthrough type practice format, so that's what we did.
Coach, you mentioned the player spirits. How are your spirits? Because the last couple of press conferences, it seems like the 2017 game still haunts you a bit.
Well, I mean, it keeps getting brought up by all my people here. It's like they asked me over there, and I've been asked about it in the off season. Got asked about during training camp, and got asked about 3 weeks ago before we were even thinking about coming here. Then I got asked about it last week, and now I'm asked about it over here in England. So, yeah, I guess it's a big deal, but it's behind us. Last week is behind us. I mean, that's really how it works. That was 6 years ago. No, you don't forget. You don't forget. You never forget anything, because it all matters. It's so important to us. And yet we work so hard, And yet you got to move on to the next challenge. And the next challenge is the one that's right in front of us. It's the Tennessee Titans in an amazing stadium over there. Going to be an amazing crowd. We know we got to deal with crowd noise, and we got to deal with our opponent. So we're trying to focus on that.
I don't know that we've asked you about Keaton Mitchell since he's been activated. What have you seen from him, and could he be a factor when you're making your game plans for Sunday?
Yeah, he's doing good, doing a good job, and he could be a factor. We'll see how it goes. He was eligible possibly last week as well.
John, we haven't asked you too much about Dafe. I mean, he's not been, I know he hasn't practiced at all this week. Any update kind of on what he's going through right now? Because it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, no, he's on point. He's been working really hard. I think it's just it's a process with that kind of an ankle sprain. And, when he's ready to go, he'll be ready, and it's kind of getting in that neighborhood now. So we'll see how he feels.
Speaking of being ready, you guys, are probably as healthy as you have been in a while. How important is that?
Yeah, it's super important. I mean, and then with that, guys getting back, and playing, just jump in there and play. And sometimes you do. Sometimes you jump in and have a great game. And sometimes, you got to kind of get a feel for it again. But all of our guys are working their way back, and I'm proud of them. I mean, they've done a great job of doing everything they can do to get back, be as healthy and strong as they can be, and we're very close to full strength. So that's a big deal. That's a plus. Proud of the guys that played it, and they're also good. So we're just going to throw it out there on Sunday and try to get after it.
Coach, sorry, I got to go back to 2017. You were pretty angry after that game. Do you feel the spirits within the team is different to 2017? I mean, you changed your whole different approach. You were here since Monday, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, our guys know characterizing someone's emotions is pretty presumptuous. So, I don't really remember how I was, but probably had a whole gamut of emotions at that point in time, because you want to put your best foot forward in every game. And that was an important game 6 years ago, and this is an important game coming up this week. So, I'm hoping to be a lot happier after this one than we were after that last one.
Coach, a bit of a broader question. What are the most challenging and most rewarding aspects of this kind of trip mid-season?
The challenge, obviously, is that it's different. You know, it's out of your comfort zone. Just being away from your facility and your home and the guys, it's different that way. So it can throw you off. Obviously, the time change is real. So that's part of it. The travel is legit. You know, now we have, you know, this is like going to Seattle time-wise, but we're coming east, which we don't do very often. The pluses are it's an opportunity to obviously expand your kind of horizons in terms of fans and people and all those kind of things, but also in terms of, I think, togetherness. You know, we have a chance to be together. We're traveling together. We're at the hotel together. We're traveling on the buses over here. Guys are having fun, you know. We're kind of all ball. We're all ball here together. So we get a chance to kind of grow a little closer, I think, and get a little more on the same page maybe than we would have if we haven't been here. So you've got both those things.
John, with all the focus on the receivers, were you guys able to bring over jugs machines? I didn't see them on the jugs machines.
Jugs.
Oh, yeah, no, we couldn't bring the jugs over. Yeah, that was, yeah. They had a jugs here. You saw we tried to use it for the punts, but didn't have enough juice. So I think the jugs machine we had, put it this way, was a little over the hill. It's a little over the hill. It's seen better days.
It's possible you may have your starting offensive line intact for first time in a while. I mean, how is it too much to even overstate how important that is, especially with cohesiveness of the offensive line?
Well, if it was possible to overstate it, I'm sure you'd find a way, Jameson, for sure. But I think it's good to have all of our guys, sure. But, you know, yeah, it's great. And it gives us more depth, you know. So then you've got guys who've been out there playing. You know, they won't have quite as much of a load on them. But all those guys will play. I mean, we've got a very deep offensive line. That's been proven. So, you know, that makes me really happy as a coach. And I think all those guys get a chance to get out there and spell each other from time to time maybe. And, yeah, put an extra lineman on the field. Those are all really valuable things for us.
You feel like you moved past whatever sickness was kind of afflicting a couple guys on that team?
Seems so, yeah. Seems like guys were pretty good on the bus and everything. Didn't see as many masks, so it was good.
You've been in the league since the very first London game in 2017, and you've witnessed this massive expansion of the NFL.
Right.
More games coming here in Germany,
Yeah.
Spain, possibly Brazil. Well, what do you think of this massive expansion, and do you think we'll end up with teams over here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really kind of curious to see where it goes, you know, and what it can be and how they would organize it and everything. I know Germany's getting a game here. You're getting the Chiefs, getting my guy Andy Reid over there, so that'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure. You know, I took German in high school and college, so you know, I'll be following your reports. You know, looking forward to it. I assume they're in German, in Deutschland. You know, so sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ein bisschen Deutsch. Yeah, thanks. Good. So there you go. I mean, there you have it. That's all I can say about Germany right there, is because it's all I remember.
No Spanish.
Yeah, right. My daughter's fluent Japanese. That's a long way away. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, well, that's about enough. Chad says.